Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Remedy?
All right, how are you?
I think we were gonna talk, and then I don't remember because I'm hyper cooked last 3 days.
Yeah. I just need a rundown of what you need for the person doing the Mopex shit, and
Oh, wait, is this for Redline?
no.
Oh, okay.
Remember, you had said
TLDR, Bruce Baylor did a bunch of dumb shit, which I can't even begin to get into. Gave the guy an opportunity, whatever. He went beyond the line I would have ever thought he would have crossed. And so things are sort of a bit on pause for the next week or so as I relaunch Court Center and everything associated with it. So,
so I do have someone that is interested in doing Mopex shit or helping with it at least.
Ooh, okay. Like in what
her name is
respect?
Hannah. She's
Hannah the woodworker?
I don't know if she's a woodworker. Maybe, possibly? Question mark.
Wait, hold on.
No, she currently works for Matzo Plenty. But is looking to break away from them completely.
Okay, please just send her my way. I don't want to I appreciate it, and I think I'm definitely gonna have a good chat with her. I think a big part of everything right now is figuring out I have a lot of plans, and as they're executed, things are going to be in a much better place. So yes, please do send her my way. And yeah, hell yeah.
All right, sounds good. Also, the other thing was I just wanted to make sure that our budget for for EMS and cops could handle us going up to 3 across if we need to. We're at 2.5 right now.
Yeah, no, I mean the budget on PD is and EMS is irrelevant to me. Because I do it as a function of what everyone else is paying for. But I will say, and I'll wait. What mechanic shop do you work for now?
Prodigyrp.
Oh, you do. I spoke with. There's a lot of good things coming, so I would recommend mechanic shops in general chilling for just a week or two if you can, because my plan is. I'm going to tell you because I trust you. I am actively looking to yoink everything from him, and that means all this car upgrade and thing. By the time I am done, I believe I have worked out a system that is going to be beneficial for every legitimate mechanic shop in every area beyond just even mechanic parts. Access to what you need so that you can do business, make money, and not feel like some dumb fuck with a lot of cash and no morals can just fuck people over.
So we've gone up to 2.5 across, just as a necessity, and even still, like, that's barely cutting it. So it's because the cost of materials is 10 per. Right now.
Yeah. Well, I imagine some of that, unfortunately, may have been his doing as well.
Well, I mean, it's Matzo Plenty kind of like they're our main distributor for materials right now because Mopex is just really hard for us to get a hold of and work through.
Agreed. And that is going to get fixed soon, mind you.
Perfect.
That's a part of that big thing.
So we might have to go up to 3K across in the meantime. Like, 'cause as it stands right now, every time mechanics do a, they're making like $500 and it takes like 3 or 4 minutes.
You're gonna love what I'm cooking then, and I totally get it. I will say that just as a part of like your equation in the back of your mind, know that in a week or two, a lot of opportunities going to open up. However, realistically, I don't know as someone who hasn't been a mechanic for a while how much the opportunity I'm gonna create is. How much it's gonna help you guys. I mean, I'll give you a little bit of a. I'll give you a little bit of a heads up. Is like I want you guys to literally be able to get from the court center wholesale car parts, like below what it would normally cost you, right? Doing the shit yourself, right?
Yeah, well, making car parts is really tedious and annoying, and everyone hates doing it.
Because you have to break it down and all that shit.
because it requires like materials, and then you have to get the materials exchanged, and then you have to basically stand there because
Oh,
each
that
bench
kind.
each bench can. Oh, you mean different car parts? Okay, no, I'm talking
That,
about
not
repairs.
just the repairs. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying I want y'all to be able to go, hey, your engine is 50% busted. Don't worry, we got Mopex, like kits.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, like, oh, you want to swap that engine? Well, guess what? It's for this price, and we sell you this, and we're making 30% profit on it. You know what I mean? That type of shit. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it's gonna, I only just started cooking, and it's going well so far. But it's a plan that's gonna take a week or two to finalize. So, but yeah,
Okay.
in the interim, like if you guys got a raise, absolutely know that there is, there's a solution coming around the corner.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Easy.
The other thing is that I wanted to talk to you about was we get subsidy from the government for PD and EMS. Now I know this is like just kind of a side thing, but and we don't usually really get like gratuity from most people, but the cops definitely don't. They just come
What do you
down to the
mean?
shop for their free repairs. Like they don't tip their mechanics.
Y'all
They
should
just
be charging me 20% on top
Okay.
of the PD stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I wanted to ask basically, if we could just
No, you should. That's a part
put
of it.
in a gratuity like
Yeah.
a
Whatever
service fee.
whatever your costs are, you're supposed to be sending me a 20%. That's part
Okay.
of Mopex. Yep.
Okay, sounds good. I will factor that in next time. I appreciate you, Nino.
Yep. One thing, it's only LSPD vehicles, right?
LSPD and EMS.
Okay, good. Just double checking.
Yeah, no, we don't have a contract with BCSO because they don't have the budget.
Easy. All right,
Apparently. Also the other one more thing.
Yeah. Well, they would have if some people didn't fucking blow like 60 to 70 million dollars on their own properties. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I don't know if this is something that you can look into because I don't actually know where the prison is.
Oh wait, no, you
located.
guys do charge Remedy, because y'all have, like, I'm looking at the Prodigyrp bill I just got. Grand total's 404. Total LSPD repairs was 154. Labor fee was 250,000.
Okay, so yeah, she has been putting it in. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last thing is the the
And they
DOC?
messed up the math. It's just
Oh.
it's fucking whatever. An
You know the
accidental
DO
label fee of 300K on 150K of repairs. So
Oh. Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
The it's probably reversed, to be fair. The DOC, is that in Blaine County? Like, are they in Blaine County, or are they under us down here?
Wait, say again? Who?
The DOC?
The DOC are unknown entity at the moment.
Okay. Because they're not getting their, like, remember when you increased their money? Like, their...
That's because it comes out of Blaine County, and Princess refuses to raise it. And I'm shoot straight. It's really tough because I don't know what happened. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, it's like one day she was just, it's like
got drunk
someone,
with power?
I don't know. Like, it's like everything was going really well, and then one day it's like someone pulled out her SD card and put another one in.
Oh God. Okay.
And what do you call it? I don't really know. I think she's like the Bruce Baylor of the North, if the best way to put it. Like, she's been blowing a lot of cash and then being like, I have no money, but she's telling me this even though I'm aware what Blaine County's budget's been the last like 9 months. So
you can see it, right?
Exactly. And so I've seen her blow it all on these properties trying to do what I do down here with the lottery system, except we can afford that. And it's been like 4 properties that we got most of our money back. But instead, she kind of just blew all her cash on a ton of shit. But then we'll be like, I can't pay this or that or whatever. I don't know. So but I can't do anything about it because they're completely out of my jurisdiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's kind of what I wanted to know. It's just if there was something that we could do.
Yeah. No. There's probably going to be something in the next week or two once their stuff is sorted out. Speaking of, I just got a... Why do you tell the treasons that I scammed him? No. What are you saying?
Wait, who scammed him? Huh?
Princess just texted me. She goes, why did you tell a treasonous that I scammed him? Now he's trying to kill me. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah. I've been saying that since the get-go.
That is true, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. Anyways.
There's another question I wanted to ask you. I don't remember what it is, but it's definitely not something I would ask you over the phone, so I will table it for now. And
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about
I got a little bit of time.
Also, do you have an remember when we talked on your private island and you told me that you were going to be trying to fix the weapons manufacturing thing? You were going to get attachments taken off of it. Do you have an ETA on that? Like,
no.
Right.
Kind of. Like, we just got done with the first layer of things.
My court shit is fucked, and like, it's so bad at this point, Nino. Like, they appealed my appeal, and they had a judge or a justice just basically like no trial. There was no appeal trial. He basically made a summary judgment decision on the docket, and I mean, I don't know what to do at this point, you know. Like, I don't know. Like, it's getting harder and harder to wake up because I'm so over this shit.
Jesus. I do not have an ETA. I know we're slowly getting to the point where we can start changing things a little bit at a time. Please remind me of this a week from now.
Okay. If I'm not in prison permanently, I will.
Okay, easy.
If I get caught right now, I'm held on trial until trial, and I don't have a trial date. Yeah.
There's always the option of just, you know,
I'm
taking
not taking a plea deal for something that they.
As this conversation's going, I had to like slowly like remind myself what it's been about, and then I remembered you're getting charged because you've got like unrelated things that happen to all like that charge is so cooked.
Yeah, and not only that, but like at this point, I'll be super real with you. I'm being charged for something I shouldn't be charged for, and if I had done it, if I had done the shit they said I did, I would take a plea deal. I would just take it on the chin, and you know, the problem is that warrant is unlawful in 6 different ways. So taking a plea deal just feels like a slap in the face. You know,
makes sense. Makes sense.
Because like I said, if I had done the shit, I'd be like, yeah, I did that shit. You know, like I would take responsibility. But it's
I will say that we are baking into law the idea of spirit of the law and letter of the law, and it's almost a way to be like, the spirit of the law does not fit. Like, for example, in this case, because I think the knowledge of where the line starts and end is just not properly understood, because the spirit of the law is if you have the means to create shotguns and that is weapons manufacturing, as an example. But if you have like random shit, it's not it. I mean, I will say that the case is still somewhat valid on the case of probable cause, just not enough that they would reasonably win. So I guess that's the other thing.
Like the whole thing is that, and again, this is just how law works. You know, you were a lawyer. It's not necessarily what I did or didn't do. It's what they can prove in court. And if they do not articulate themselves in a way that is like, describes what I've done, then they shouldn't be able to charge me. Should the charges stick? Sure.
No. But here's something that is important to point out is like there is they can press charges if there's probable cause, right?
Sure.
And
but the probable cause for them doing a search warrant was that I had guns on me 3 times in a 7-day period.
Oh, that I agree with. Yeah.
And none of the guns were the same gun. None of the guns were the same type of gun. None of the guns were the same quality of gun.
Yeah.
So for them to search my properties it's an invalid search warrant. And because it's an invalid search warrant, I refuse to take a plea deal. Now, if it was a valid search warrant, I would just take the plea deal, serve my time, eat my fine, and move on with my day. But it's an invalid search warrant, and I can't. Mentally, I just cannot,
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I totally get it. I really do. You're standing on business and saying, this is not right, and you want that in the forefront. Wait, so what is it waiting on now? Like, when is...
Well, okay, so I had my appeal, and I was successful in my appeal. So now one of those
Now there's an appeal of that appeal?
No, that already went through, but without court or anything like that. It was just a summary judgment that a justice decided to do.
And what was the ruling?
Yeah, he ruled on it without there being a court, which I thought we were going back to court, which I could have articulated myself.
Yeah.
Or my lawyer could have, because so their whole thing is that the traffic stop is still valid because I was illegally parked. But it was very clear from the get-go that they weren't there for the traffic stop, that they were there for my warrant apprehension.
That is exactly... Oh, but did they say they were pulling you over for illegal parking? Wait.
Yes, but they didn't respond in a way that they would to my illegal parking. They would have just charged me. Yes and no. When the literally the case, like the warrant or the report, it literally says titled Remedy Creed Warrant Apprehension.
So the problem is that sounds like a pretextual stop that's legal in San Andreas. I will say that this is part of one of the reasons. I don't know if you saw the traffic ordinance law that I put in, where when you are pulled over, they actually have to tell you what the reason is, because people are doing beyond that, which is they pull you over saying, I think you're doing something illegal, but they don't know what that is. And so they pull you over and then just keep changing what the reason is.
Right? I was literally pulled over at the front of Legion Bank, and I was on the sidewalk. If they had said, hey, you can't park there, they said, you can't park there. And I was like, oh, I'm not actually parked. I'm idling. And they're like, okay, well, you can't park there. And I'm like, okay, let me pull over to the side of the road then. And I did that. And that should have been the end of it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the end of it, because they ran my plates. They saw that it was my car, and then they tried to apprehend me for my warrant. It's very obvious what happened. And they're basically hiding behind the whole, like, they're hiding behind this quote unquote traffic stop when they were actually there for my warrant. And it says in the statement by both Quangle and Matt Martin that they were looking for me because of my warrant.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah. So in every single officer statement in that report, it says they were actively looking for me for my warrant. The traffic stop is a cover, but they were looking for me for my warrant. Had I not had the warrant, I would not have run. The warrant, which was deemed illegal by a court. So I would like to be able to articulate that, because if I'm able to articulate that, then they will see that the traffic stop, while valid, is not the reason I ran. It's because of my warrant that I should never have had.
That makes sense.
Right. So, like, if my lawyer can articulate that I ran because of the warrant and not because of the traffic stop, then a judge would see that that is the reason for any of it, and that's why they're trying to arrest me, because that's the third thing they're using it. They're basically trying to use this to justify my search warrant, which should never have been legal in the first place, because even still, even if
It
this
may feel
sticks,
shitty, but
you
it's
know,
definitely
they
legal.
still pushed this search warrant while one of my cases was under appeal, which is not legal. So it's just stupid at this point. They should just like realize that they fucked up 6 different ways and let it go.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, I know. I know, which is why I'm suing.
I mean, look, they waited like fucking 9 months for the Hydra case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember back
then. Which is
then.
why
I
I'm
kept
suing
saying,
them. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just ridiculous though.
Yeah.
Because like I'm sorry that they fucked up and now they want me to take a plea deal because they fucked up. No, I ain't doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't
I
make sense.
refuse.
Well,
I'm the biggest Karen in the city.
No, you're not.
Okay. Well, it's pretty close.
I became the mayor because
True.
Ruby wouldn't give me a FOIA request.
That's true. That's true.
And then I killed it. I just removed everybody. Like, it's actually kind of fucked. It's not actually fucked. I mean, I stood on business. That's what I look at.
You did. Which
I don't
is
think
exactly
that's
what I'm doing.
I don't think it's fair to call that Karening. That's not Karening. That's
no, but everybody else calls it that.
Well, I mean, they're brain dead because imagine not defending yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I guess I just have to deal with it. I don't know. I just, at this point, I don't really understand how I can articulate that it's not possible for me to manufacture these things because, like, the things that are needed, I don't have access to. So I have to find a way that I can kind of articulate that, you know? Because, like, I just... Find me a broken bottle in the city right now. You can't.
Yeah. Well,
like you and I both know exactly how the clowns get those broken bottles. So, like,
wait, you told me about this, but I actually don't. Now that you mention it, I feel like you told me this in our past conversation, but it escaped me.
The sewer gun silencer blueprint requires you to have broken bottles, right? Broken bottles. We used to be able to find broken bottles in homeless camps, but since then, the homeless have been taking...
really?
Yes. Since then, yeah, because people used to camp the homeless camps at the start of storm because that's when, you know, the homeless left their bottles there. So yeah. So now the homeless...
Did you tell me this? I feel like this is new to me.
No, I have. So I feel like the homeless have really started taking care of their broken bottles now, and they're not available. You can't get them. But the only ones in the city that can make, you know...
Wait, what did the broken... So you would trade broken bottles in the sewers for things?
Well, you would get broken bottles, and then you could use broken bottles to make a silencer to put on your sewer gun.
Oh.
Yeah, you needed 2 broken bottles and yeah. The broken bottles are also used to make Molotovs and the sewer gun flashlight, right? So... But you can't, like, we can't do that anymore. Like, it's just not something we have access to. The homeless are very careful with their broken bottles, you know. So we just don't, you know. Now, the only ones that can make silencers are the clowns at the funhouse because they get broken bottles.
They're drinking out of plastic bottles now.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
But that's their thing, right? Like, you know, like I said, you and I know where they get that shit from, but, you know, general public does not. So that's fine.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to articulate that in court. You know?
Isn't that Robin's? I would mention it to Robin. I'm sure he can cook away.
Yeah. You know, if Robin ever wakes up, like...
Oh, fuck.
Let me tell you, he never wakes up, and I need to talk to him very desperately.
You send him an email. You're like, hey.
I have.
Oh.
You know, I just feel like he's out judging people.
Well, I mean, he's an old man. I mean, that's what they do, right?
He is an old man. Yeah, he does that, yeah. But I don't know. I'm just very, very frustrated, and it's just, I don't know, it's getting harder and harder to fucking want to wake up these days.
Yeah, but how is that impeding your life right now? Like, I guess because it's over your head type shit?
Well, I can't, at this point, I have a indefinite warrant that will never go away. Bail? Well, I had bail, but I broke my bail because I should never have had bail. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I can't, Nino, I can't even go do
Oh,
sanitation right
oh
now
my
because,
God. Holy shit.
and let me tell you, every single disguise that I've worn doesn't seem to matter. So trust me when I tell you I can't even go do sanitation because I'm worried that someone's going to overhear me and try to arrest me.
Understandable.
So I can't do anything. I wake up and I talk on the phone and I go about some business that I can do, behind closed
Yeah.
doors.
Yeah.
But like it's awful. It is literally awful. And it wouldn't be so bad if I had a court date and I knew.
Yeah,
But I
that
also have to
is.
have
Mm,
like I have to have surgery and like because I have bullet fragments in my brain, remember, because of ADMC.
right.
And I have to have this like, life-saving surgery, but I've been putting it off because chances are I'm going to lose some of my memories and then I'm not going to be able to defend myself in court. So
Yeah.
I'm like waiting in limbo for this fucking court that's taking like 6, 7, 8 weeks and I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted.
Jesus.
Um,
Well, I am sorry to hear.
it's
That
okay.
does sound fucking shit.
No, I
Oh my
appreciate you
God.
listening to me rant.
Hey, I am the mayor after all.
Yeah.
I think these are definitely things I'm considering, especially, I don't know.
Mhm.
Like, even if you were caught by the warrant, what happens?
I go to jail until I get held on trial until my court date, and I don't have a court date.
I would recommend that you possibly make a deal to turn yourself in on I don't know, that I don't think there should be indefinite bail shit right now. It doesn't
Well, see,
jive with everything else.
the problem with that is if I could sue them for the time in which they're imprisoning me, I would do that. But I can't. We just
Mm,
lose time. Like we can't sue them for like we can sue them for money that we get charged, but we can't sue them for unlawful imprisonment of like, 6 years of my life,
right.
which is what I'm looking at. If I could sue them for a monetary value for 6 years on my life, I would turn myself in.
Mm,
But we can't. So we just don't get that time back and we get no like there's no, you know. So like, and
yeah.
I don't want to put it in terms of winning and losing, but the cops still get what they want in the long run because they get to imprison us for years in my case, 6 years.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything about getting that time back. And I feel like we should be able to do something about getting that time back.
I I mean, yeah. I mean, if you could. Why wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Well, I think we should be able to sue for the time we spent in prison
Mm.
for unlawful, like when it's unlawful. But I don't think that's currently in legislation. They're just like, "Oh, it sucks to be you. You can sue for the money, but you can't sue for the time."
Who said you can't sue for the time? I'm confused.
I just didn't think we could. Like it just
Why not?
like
Yeah, you can.
no one ever has. Like I
I'm
haven't seen
pretty
it on the
sure they
docket.
have.
Wow. Okay.
If you are in jail and
Huh.
it was uh you were not guilty, yeah,
Mhm.
you absolutely can sue over that.
Okay.
I mean, I recognize that maybe a judge may not rule in that favor or may give you less than you
Mhm.
think it's worth, but that's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's see. I do Sani 12 hours a day.
yeah.
That's like $6 million.
Jesus.
Yep.
Well, Remedy, I'd love to talk more, but I am
Yeah.
fucking cooked. Please do
Yeah,
remind me a week
absolutely.
from now about some of these things, including the penal code
Yes.
change, because I think by then I
I
should
will.
be having the runway to do something along those lines.
Okay.
But
I will do that. And
okay,
then at some point in the next week when you have availability, I'd like to talk to you about something in person.
yeah, absolutely, we can do that.
Okay.
All
It's
right,
kind of stuff that we had talked about before, if you know what I mean.
I do a bit. Oh shit! Oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm just running around. Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
Yep. Um,
Remember the people that you were going to put me in touch with? I've spoken to them.
Yeah, that was a. I don't know how much I want to talk about that. It was like
exactly.
a one and done. That was like me throwing a line over, and it looks like, they must have reached out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like it's not that's just the vein in which that's the vein, not that's all good. That's all good.
Easy. Let's we'll talk in person.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good. Talk to
Easy.
you whenever you have time.
Easy. All right. You stay safe.
Bye, Nino.